Hi Nashwa, let's take a look at this task 1 that you've done. Okay, let's go straight into it. This bar chart provides some insight into car sales by two companies, Audi and BMW, during the year 2017. The units are measured in thousands. Overall, no car manufacturer can be said to have completely outperformed the other, as fluctuations can be clearly seen throughout the year. It's worth mentioning that Audi had their most sales during the months of January, and meanwhile, one word, BMW had its most sales during the months of July and November. Both recording levels, alright, that's not a full sentence, so you should have just added this to the previous one. Both recording levels just below the 150 mark as their highest of the year. Alright, let's see it now. Okay, now just another thing, that's true. You can't say that they have completely outperformed. Although, looking at it, and you might want to try doing this, it does appear that Audi did outsell BMW. Take a look. Look at how many times Audi was above 100. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many times was BMW above 100? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now look at how many times Audi was between 50 and 100. I think it was 7, and for BMW it was like 6. So that's one way to say, for example, that Audi slightly outperformed BMW, if you want to get specific and if you want to give the most accurate data possible. All right, but let's take a look at how you developed this, because perhaps you did say that in your answer. Let's see. Audi started the year strong with sales just below 150. Remember to include thousands. It's not a big deal. Just add 3 zeros. This way, you're accurate. I know you mentioned that units are measured in thousands, but you could possibly say that all figures refer to thousands. You could have said that, and then you'd be covered. But otherwise, just add the 3 zeros, okay? So, Audi started the year strong with sales just below 150, yet this didn't last long as sales dwindled afterwards to levels just in the middle between 50 and 100 during the following 3 months before rising again to levels similar to those levels. Those, okay, those have to match, seen at the beginning of the year. Sales fell again during the month of June, reaching levels of well below 100, but then continued to rise again in the 3 following months. A similar trend can be seen in the last 4 months of the year, as Audi ended the year with slightly more sales than BMW during the month of December. Okay, you did something I really liked. You treated this like a story. You treated this like it was a year, and so you talked to me about the beginning of the year, you talked to me about some of the key points in the middle of the year, and you talked to me about the end of the year. So really well done. I'm glad you did it like that. It makes it very easy to follow. Okay? Let's look at your next paragraph about BMW. BMW, on the other hand, started with not less sales, fewer sales than Audi at the beginning of the year. And don't use sales again. You just said it before. So use the word figures. Okay? With figures just below 100, and also end the year with fewer sales than Audi, capital A, with levels just above 50. That being said, there were several months where BMW overtook Audi. That should be one word in terms of sales, those being the months of February, April, July, September, and November. Okay, this is a really brief paragraph about BMW, don't you think? Let's see. So you said over 100, 50, and then you just kind of like finished it. So that was really strange. You told me it overtook, but I don't have any idea about how it overtook. And again, I already explained to you how I determined that Audi outsold BMW. So the fact that you mentioned that BMW overtook Audi, it's almost implying that BMW in the end sold more, and that's not the conclusion I came up with, at least. I just felt that your paragraph about BMW was a little underdeveloped and you needed a little more detail. You spent a lot of time giving detail about Audi, but not the same level with BMW, okay? The grammar is really good, though. I like the way you organized it, especially this paragraph. It was really strong. You may have, you know what? I'm okay with this as an overview. Okay, that's fine. But this then, being included here, almost feels like it's detail. And when you do that, it then makes the examiner think, okay, well, wait, is this a detail paragraph or is this an overview paragraph? So I don't think this necessarily belongs here. And again, it's just too much detail. Like you're talking about months specifically, you're talking about numbers specifically, so it doesn't belong with your overview. Either don't write it, or write it at the end, or just, incorporate that information someplace else. For example, I would have preferred you not to write the sentence and developed your BMW paragraph a little more. Okay? Okay, for task 1 though, it has some very nice elements, so you did some really good things, but there are some things you absolutely must improve. So I would really encourage you to continue sending us in essays so that we can help you prepare, we can help you improve, and give you feedback on your writing. I would love to see a task 2 from you, to see how you're doing with that area of the exam as well. So definitely look into the options available to work with us on the site. You'll find various programs and packages that may suit your needs. Okay, so please look into them. I'd like to see more work from you. I'd like to help you improve. So good luck, and I look forward to seeing more of your essays in the future.